Good day, all. Welcome to Creative Vision Studio. Today, I'm going to show you the little progress we have made in this our little series, and that is adding sparks to the lightning bolt we are doing. So you can see we have sparks, and that is what I'm going to teach us today on how to do this. So it's simple. Without wasting much of our time, I'm going to ride into it and tell us how to get this done. So let me pause this. Just a couple of added and some things that you need to know. So I have to return to the ray node. Okay, so at first I started using the measure node right here to do it, but ended up not getting where I want because there are extra points that have been calculated, and the measure node cannot give us that leverage to end those points or take them away. So start to use another method, and that is first we're going back to the ray node, how to turn on the point intersection distance, and that will give us a disk attribute. Okay, a disk attribute. So now this is what we're going to use. We're going to drop a blast node after this. Then we'll call in the disk attribute. Now according to my own setup, maybe depending on your setup, if you are following up these lessons, I use greater than 3 at this, which is distance greater than 3. So that means this will move, and once it is above anything 3, then we start seeing this. Okay, are you getting it? So once it's above anything 3, which is the distance, you won't see this, you won't see any other sparks except this. So this is what we have now, and this is what we're calculating the distance of this with. Okay, so if I should increase it, I bet you won't be seeing the accurate details. So I have to find 3 as my own accurate details. So depending on your animation, that's how the distance is going to calculate. So now we have to move further. After getting the distance, what next? So after getting the distance, have to, as you can see, we have to use this, make use of this point, and the formal setting is different. Okay, coming from this blast. So I placed the settings to breakpoint. So by this time, I set it to guess from group. Okay, and delete non-selected. Now we're talking about the point from the heat ray group. Okay, now we have to create a particle from this point. So, but before we do that, this doesn't have any velocity. Okay, if you are going to check this, we find out that among the attributes you don't have velocity included. So you just have to create it before we further. So v at vel, we have to place the velocity at the y. Okay, I have to place it at the y direction. So I'll just added 1 to it. Now to play with this more, we have to add the punch replicate. Okay, I have to add the punch replicate. So per point I set it to 10. Okay, so the uniform scale I set it to 0.02, and we have to animate the shade, okay, over time, so that it changes over time. So coming to the noise, just play with the roughness alone to your own taste, okay. And coming to the attributes, just clicking the copy source attribute. So I have to play with this here right away. So if I should come to this place, I created a marker for this. It's easy to say, okay, there's the marker I created for this. Okay, so you can just click here and create your own marker and tag it to vel. Okay, place the settings to vel. As you can see, this is what we're having. So we can play with this, the radial velocity and the average velocity, and you will see the difference. Okay, so this expands it, and this, we'll play with it right away so you can see. That's how we manipulate this. So you can also see the radial velocity expands, and air velocity just grow it up. So after getting this thing done, just have to connect our DOP node, our popnet to it. Okay, so connected our popnet to it. So I'm just going to click this off for us to see what's going on right here. Now you can see the first thing to do is just to go to the pop search. Okay, at the source you have to set the emission type to point. Of course, use first context geometry. So at the birth rate, just have to set the life expectancy to 0.1 and the life variance to 0.1. So it's just that simple. It's just for sparks, right? So, and for the attributes, you have to just add it to inherited velocity. They set inherited velocity to 10. You have to boost this up. Okay, so we have the proper connection right there of the velocity. So that's all for that. Then to add more noise to this thing, then I connected the pop drop. So the pop drop here just did something simple. Okay, you can see go along, and you can still go along and add more things to it if you feel like, but just have to connect the position to the position of the core noise. Okay, and if you can right click, I just type core noise and you get this. You add it, and then you wire it back to the output or geometry verb output. So you just set it to the position. Okay, now I did little setting here. Set the frequency to the number of your choice. Okay, but there is going to be a lot of noise, so you just have to bring the amplitude down to 0.003. that is way down. Okay, so you don't get that chaos everywhere and you just get what you want. So that is just the little thing I did right here. So now I added a little color to the particle to make them pop. Okay, so just little color to them, so as you can see when it is there, and show you. I just get the difference, you can see. So just to pop to create a difference there. So there's nothing more we did than to connect it to our mesh node right here. Then I added a different color to our lightning bolt here. Okay, to the strands, to the lightning strand, I just added a little. Then I added viewport thickness to my strands also. So that's the color I added there to just make it pop and look different. So this is just viewport coloration. That is just it. We are not rendering anything yet. So that's the little thing I did in adding the sparks here. So there's nothing too big, there's nothing much. So this will stop for today. Then I'll still give us another session of this tutorial, in which I told you guys at the end of this tutorial, this series, I'm going to use this concept to do something different, so we see what we are driving out. Okay, so this grid and this cube can be anything. Basically, can be anything. Can be a city, can be a car. It can be, so you just mention it. So we are going to create a nice concept out of this. So as you can see right now, this is just let's see how cool the spark is. So if you're not pleased with the spark, you can go to the pop net and the pop network and play with it, add more particles, or you can go to the pop replicate and add more. So, and if you're not still pleased with the velocity and all that, you can increase or decrease. So that is just all I have for you for today. So please, I'll be placing link in in the different tutorials. So if you are watching 2, you have to get access to 1. If you are watching 1, you have to get access to 2 or 3. So that way. So I'll like a comment in the comment section below. Tell me how you feel, what you think I should add, what you think should have been done to make this better. We are all artists, we are all learning, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.